What medication is he taking? Methadone?
No.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, you know.
Something to eradicate crabs, I'm guessing. Amber?
Why do you have to be a smart aleck?
Yes.
Well, I got...
Yes, Adam.
A smart aleck is a person who is sarcastic most often, or who is unnecessarily funny, or who tries to show off how smart they are about something, typically with some humor or sarcasm. And then typically mothers will tell their children, if they talk back to them, they'll say, "Don't be such a smart aleck." Typically, somebody that's a smart aleck is offensive. The sarcasm is not appreciated. The jokes are not funny. And they're trying to show some sort of superiority over the people that they're with, or they're trying to be arrogant and disrespectful. So very rarely is being a smart aleck appreciated. And if somebody calls you a smart aleck, it is not a compliment. More often, people will say, "Don't be a smart aleck." Other phrases or expressions that mean similar to smart aleck are smarty pants, know-it-all, and wise guy. So whenever anybody says that, you should generally try to stop being offensive. It looks like ALECK is short for Alexander. And it seems that smart aleck is an old expression from sometime in the 19th century. And there really was an Alexander who was a smart aleck and went by the name ALECK. So they would say, "Don't be a smart aleck," referring to this ALECK or Alexander. I was driving the other day and I got stopped by a cop, and he asked to see my license and registration, and I said, "Do you want me to hold my hands up while I do that?" And he said, "Don't be a smart aleck. You want to spend the night in jail?" I said, "No, sir." And I went and did what he told me to do. I was talking with my boss, and he tried to blame me for doing something wrong. And I said, "Oh, you mean like with the Smith account?" And I was referring to a situation where he did something wrong. And he said, "Don't be a smart aleck if you want to keep your job."
But here's the thing, you stay up all night, you're working in the wee hours of the night, 6 a.m. Like me and the crew actually stayed up all night editing a video.
Wee hours refers to the hours between midnight and dawn, or around 6 o'clock in the morning. So it could be hours where people spend partying, let's say to 1 or 2 in the morning, or even later. Or it could also refer to hours when people wake up early to go to work. Let's say somebody wakes up at 5 in the morning. That would also be the wee hours of the morning. The idea of wee hours comes from wee, which means small. So if a little kid is small, you can say he is a wee person, a very small person. So similarly, the hour 1, 2, 3, these are small numbers of the day. So that's why they're called wee hours. Yeah, this is also a fixed expression. You can't say I woke up at the wee time, or I woke up in the wee part of the day. You have to say I woke up in the wee hours. The two words go together. And wee doesn't really mean much unless it's right next to hours. I went to this convention a few weeks ago, StreamCom, which is all about streaming comic characters and cosplay to millennials, and it was just a great conference. But for 3 days, we partied into the wee hours of the morning. And then we had to wake up in the wee hours of the morning too. So I only got about 2 or 3 hours of sleep for 3 days in a row. And when I was done, I was real tired. So I slept all day. See, I got this friend, he's a truck driver, and he really likes the job, but for some of his runs, he has to wake up in the wee hours of the morning, like 3 o'clock, to be able to get to the depot and get loaded up by 6 in order to get out of the city before the traffic gets started. So, you know, hard to imagine doing that, but that's what he does. ESL-fullsteamahead.com